So we're here in the archives of the Kentucky Historical Society, which is a great place to talk about your latest project on self-emancipation and self-purchase. So can you tell us a little bit about that project?
Sure. So what I'm doing with this project is trying to really get an overall sense of how enslaved people and free African Americans were able to purchase themselves and loved ones out of slavery. And so I look at self-purchase from the early national period to the Civil War era, especially the 1850s, when the legal landscape for people changed due to the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. So my project kind of ends with with 1850, but also into the Civil War a bit, thinking not only about self-purchase, but what that looks like on a national level. So plans for compensated emancipation and compensated emancipation in DC as well. So from the individual level to the national level.
With all of the collections that we have here at KHS, what in particular are you focusing on for your research?
So while I'm here, I'm trying to get a sense of how many people were able to purchase their freedom. I'm looking at that in a few other places and wanted to use this trip to kind of find out what's happening in Kentucky as far as people buying their freedom. So I'm looking at probate records, tax records, deed books, court order books, and so far I've been able to find the most information through the county court order books and deeds of emancipation, and trying to kind of work backwards from those lists to see what the terms of those emancipations are for those that involve self-purchase.
So as a fellow here at KHS, what are some of the stories related to Kentucky history that you're hoping to use as part of your research?
I'm very interested in how family members are able to work to purchase their loved ones. So I found a few cases of that here. One interesting one that comes from an archival document from your collection is about a father manumitting his son. And another interesting case I found here was the will of a man named Stuart that included the emancipation of some of his enslaved people, but also made stipulations for two of those women's husbands to be purchased in order for them all to be emancipated together. And the will also includes money for transportation out of state and the purchase of land and other things that they would need to begin new lives in another place. I was also able to find their actual emancipation record, so that did actually happen, because obviously one of the problems with looking at documents like probate records and wills is that you don't necessarily know that that actually happened. But I was able to find their emancipation documents.
If history is important to you, please like our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share with your family and friends.